Hey y'all, it's me, Emerald, and I'm just coming to y'all with, I don't know, y'all, I just feel like I have to get it off my chest, okay? So, I know this isn't the kind of video that I normally do, but here it is, okay? It is, I don't know, y'all, my heart is just so heavy in regards to the Charleston Massacre. And, my kids are in the background, so you're probably going to hear them, but I honestly don't know where to start with this, you guys. If you're not hip to what happened, okay, there are my kids coming down the hallway. Y'all, hope I can get y'all ahead. Show my kids out the bathroom. But as I was saying, this is in regards to the Charleston massacre that happened a couple of days ago. If you're not familiar with it, which, I mean, I don't know how you aren't. Well, then again, I do know how you aren't. Let me stop playing. But 9 people were massacred, were slaughtered in a church in Charleston, South Carolina a couple of days ago. And at first, it was getting like no media coverage. Like, I remember seeing like a couple people post, but it seriously took like 12 to 13 hours for people to even really be hip to it because the media was just not covering it. So, but anyway, so this guy, I'm not even gonna mention his name because he doesn't even deserve it. A 21-year-old, he, from what people are saying, is a they're my kids, y'all. What people are saying, it is obviously premeditated murder or massacre. And y'all, I just keep seeing on my timeline people saying, oh, he was mentally ill, or he was on like some psychotropic, psychedelic, psycho whatever drugs, y'all. And it's honestly mind-boggling to me, which it shouldn't be, y'all, because that's just our society. It is absolutely mind-boggling to me. And y'all, let me preface this by saying I will not downplay or negate like the struggles that mentally ill people face. Not that I'm trying to brag or anything, but like I have studied this. I have a master's in social work and Lord, let me start over. Y'all, I'm just so overwhelmed. I have a bachelor's in social work and a master's degree in counseling. So we definitely encounter, mentally ill people. We've encountered, interacting with them, encountering them. Not that I'm saying, oh, them as in they're a different type of species, but I have seen firsthand the plight and the struggles of people that are deemed mentally ill. So I would never negate that. I would never take that away from people that are deemed mentally ill. But what I don't understand is that a murderer, a mass murderer, can kill 9 people and people just say, oh, he's crazy. That's just insane to me, because usually if that's the case, if there's a black man or, an Islamic person, they're automatically terrorists. If it's a white man in America, then he's considered, oh, he's just crazy, moving on. And oh, he just gets that, that slap on the back, like, oh, he's just crazy, his parents didn't raise him right or something. And I'm like, what is really good right now, y'all? Like, that's just crazy to me. I saw my timeline, y'all, and mind y'all, I live in North Carolina. I grew up in a 2-stoplight podunk town, y'all. So I'm not going to say obviously there were racist people, but come on, y'all. Let's just keep it real, y'all. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, obviously there are, places that are more, north that are racist also. But let's just say I'm in the whirlpool of foolishness in the South. So I have heard, I have been, dealt a hand of racism. I remember being on the school bus in the 3rd grade and white people pulling my hair and calling me nigger, and my mama having to get on the bus and almost fight the bus driver because she sat there and didn't say a word. So it's not like I'm just saying, oh, these racist people, because I know the gravity of the situation where I live, y'all. I'm not gonna sit here in a little bubble and say, oh, I've got a white husband, so I don't know what y'all are talking about, y'all. I know I see it myself. I've seen it firsthand for the past 27 years. And I guess I was just, with my children, I wanted them to be more, just open to loving everybody, which I do, I do understand that, y'all. But I also understand how people in the South that are racist view them. They don't care. They've got a white daddy that's supposed to be better than the mom. And, all they care about is, oh, they've got some pigment, they're black. So I would never sit here and say, oh, well, my kids are biracial, so they don't have anything to worry about, y'all. And that's one of my biggest fears as of late, not even as of late. That's always been in the back of my mind, but I've never had to encounter it until they were older. And I had children. I had to see firsthand, like, oh my God, this is the world that my children are growing up in. So anyway, y'all, let me get back to the point of the video, which I don't know if there is a point. I'm just venting. But like I said, I saw on my timeline people saying, oh, he's just crazy. And I'm like, y'all, like, he's just crazy, but he went into a historically black church, sat down, infiltrated, sat there during like prayer, Bible study. I can't remember exactly what they were doing, y'all, but they were all in a circle, y'all. They were basically sitting ducks. They were all in a circle. He infiltrated, sat down. I'm sure he told them, oh yeah, I want to get prayed for. I want y'all to pray for me. I want to know what y'all all about. But he was honestly plotting the ways to kill them, sitting in a circle, y'all. They had no fighting chance. So for somebody to say, oh, he's just crazy. Yeah, he's a crazy murderer. Like, I'm so confused as to why people are like, oh, well, he's just crazy. Y'all, this is so premeditated. It makes me want to vomit. But people will use the crux of, oh, well, he's just crazy. So Okay, so let's keep it real, y'all. I was crazy postpartum with, spiked up on drugs after my first child. I didn't go murdering people. I wasn't in my right mind, but I didn't stab my husband in the hand when he grabbed for my food. So there's levels to crazy. There's a difference between being crazy and mentally ill. I don't want to say crazy, but people, in this society, they automatically say, oh, people that are mentally ill are crazy. I don't believe that at all, y'all. This guy is crazy. He's a murderer. I've encountered people that are mentally ill that don't want to kill people. And I've encountered someone that sat here, not encountered, but I see on the news that he premeditated a murder, executed it, was on the run, got caught, and unlike the young girl that was in her bikini and got tackled down to the ground, he gets to walk out in a freaking bulletproof vest and with a smirk on his face. So you can just see the way we are treated, as in black people. I'm going to keep it real, y'all. You can just see the way we are treated in our society and how we are deemed just like worthless is insane to me. So you're going to let this guy walk, and I'm sure it was like for the cameras and stuff, but even then, I'm sure the cops were like, okay, man, come on, we got to do this for the press. Nobody was thinking about tackling him down to the ground. There's no way in the world. He was obviously armed when they found him. He was on the run. So you mean to tell me there was no struggle, there was no fight, there was no nothing? He just willingly put his gun down and said, yeah, I murdered 10 people, let me go on in. Maybe he did, y'all, I'm not sure, but he was given the benefit of doubt, basically, is what I'm saying. And in our society, black people aren't. That's just what it is. And it's disheartening, it's sickening, it's disgusting. And y'all, I immediately started crying as soon as I saw this picture of those people, because most of my family is from South Carolina. And when I saw those pictures, I just pictured like my aunts and uncles, like 95% of my family lives in Darlington or Lamar or Florence or, Hartsville, that kind of thing. So when I saw those people, all I could think about were the people that we call our little country cousins, y'all. And if any of y'all are watching this, it's not in a bad way, but we just have our South Carolina cousins, our South Carolina family. And that's all I thought about when I saw those people were, my sweet little aunties and uncles and, my cousins and all that, y'all. And I just thought about how pure their hearts are, how sweet they are, how unassuming, how I could see that easily being one of the churches in one of my family's towns, because they're just so accepting, so loving. And I don't want to say so, I don't know how I'm going to word it, I don't know how it's going to sound, but I'm just going to say that when John comes around, like when we have a family reunion or anything, when John comes around, it's almost like they have that yes massa syndrome, like that, oh hey massa, sure massa, let me get your drink massa. And it's because it's just so ingrained in South Carolina, it's ingrained in their culture, it's ingrained in them to think that white people are better than them. Like I said, you wouldn't believe how many, I don't know how it's coming across. I hope anybody in my family that's seeing this isn't like mad at me, but I've seen it where if John comes around, that, oh yes massa, sure massa, it automatically switches to he's the white man and I'm black. And I'm not gonna say that was the case at that church, but you could just see how unassuming and how willing they are to accept other people, and how, I don't know how it sounded. I don't know how it's going to sound when I edit this. I'm not sure. But it's just, you can just see the culture. You can just see the oppression. You can just see, it's sickening. It's disgusting. And I don't know. So for people to say, oh, he's just crazy, moving on. Y'all know he infiltrated a black church with 9 unassuming people that look just like my cousins and aunties and uncles and all that, my grandma. He infiltrated this church, sat down like he had good intentions, and killed them all. Like, let's keep it real, y'all. He was not crazy. He was a murderer. And you can say what you want, y'all, but he didn't go to a Catholic church and murk, okay? He didn't go to a Catholic church. He went to a predominantly black church that accepted him as a white man, and he sat down in front of them, and he plotted them as sitting ducks, and he murdered them. So for people to say, oh, he's just crazy, say the bullshit, okay? Like, I'm so irritated, I'm so upset. And it's got to the point where I don't even usually, like, if I see this stuff on Facebook, I don't even respond to it, y'all. I don't. But I just had to get this off of my chest to say, like, I don't understand it. Not, I do understand, y'all, because I'm in North Carolina. This is a South Carolina occurrence. And usually, like, most of the people that I see on my timeline are people that say, oh, I have black friends, but, so I understand that it's just, I guess I'm just disheartened and I'm just sickened with the type of world that we're going to leave for our children, So my thoughts and prayers and condolences and all that to the families of the victims, y'all. And this guy isn't crazy. He's a murderer, and that's just what it is. People can try to trump it up and say, oh, this wasn't racially motivated. BS. He went to a predominantly black church and sat down. Even I saw one article saying that his roommate or something or friend had said that he it was premeditated for 6 months. So, I mean, if that's true or not, I don't know, y'all, but I know it was at least premeditated in the moments before it happened. So you can't tell me he sat right there and chilled and said, I don't like these people. I'm just going to pull out a random gun and shoot. Y'all, he went into the church with the intentions of killing those people, and that's what he did. So save the BS, save it. You know, I don't have the time, energy, anything for it, y'all, but I just know that it's a pattern. It's in our society. It's something that needs to be addressed. People just want to brush it under the rug and say, oh, who's crazy, moving on. Y'all, no, that's not the case. And we need to wake up and realize that it was a racially motivated hate crime, an act of terrorism, you know, within our own nation. And people need to get with it and quit acting like the crap doesn't exist, okay? And so that's just what it is. And I don't know how it's going to come across, y'all. I don't know if I'll upload this. I may or may not. I may just upload it and just not even look at the comments. But y'all, it's just something I had to get off my chest, y'all, because I'm sick and tired of it. I'm disgusted. And I'm just disgusted with the lack of respect for black people, with the lack of, with people just acting like we're just not human. We're just here. I don't know, y'all. So, and this obviously isn't, I don't even want to hear oh, well, I'm white and I love black people. Y'all, this isn't for you, okay? This is for the majority of people that I know that don't see this as an issue. They see this as just another random murder. Y'all, he didn't go into an all-white church and kill 9 or 10 people. So that's just what it is. All right, bye, y'all.